Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Angelica and this is channel where I'm adding videos about DIY projects, thrifting and lifestyle every single week. So please subscribe to the channel and stay with me for longer. So for this video I'm coming to you with 3 new home decor ideas where I'm using basically only air dry clay and some paints. I will be showing you how I've created clay bowl, plate and vase. All of them are really easy to make and also they bring to your room like a unique touch. You can customize them whichever way you want. I basically focus on minimalistic look, organic shape and neutral colors. So without any further ado, let's start with the first project. For all this project, I'm using the same air dry clay. It's about 4 pounds and you can find it in almost every craft store. As my first project, I want to make small decorative bowl. I'm taking glass bowl to use it as my template. To make this clay softer and easier to work with, I started to squeeze it in my hand. Using rolling pin, I'm rolling out my clay. Make sure you don't leave this clay too thin, so it won't break easily once it's dry. Before I put the clay outside of the bowl, I'm using some cling film. It will help me to remove my clay later on once it's dry. Make sure it's super stretched, so it won't leave the clay bowl surface uneven. Place your clay on the outside of the bowl, making sure you got enough clay all the way around. Start pressing and tapping slightly to achieve the wanted shape. Remove the excess clay. I'm simply using a knife to just cut it out. Then glue it back together. When you're working with clay, it's really important to have some water in the bowl next to you. Water will make the clay softer and more gluey, so it's easier to connect it together. Press your clay to the surface and using a knife, cut the spare clay out. Straighten the edges and leave your bowl to fully dry. After removing the clay bowl from the mold, I sanded down the edges using sanding block. I'm also sanding down uneven surfaces. So for this bowl I decided to use acrylic paint in a sand color. I applied the paint all over the bowl and inside the bowl. I want to paint the bottom of the bowl in different colors, so I'm just making some lines to help me paint them straight. And for the bottom of the bowl, I'm using chocolate brown paint. I also wanted to give my bowl like a spray effect. To do it, I'm using the toothbrush and paint. The process is really easy, but the result is quite unique. To protect my bowl and bring gloss effect, I'm using some Mod Podge. I'm applying it outside the bowl and inside. As a second project, I want to create jewelry dish. I'm rolling out the soft clay and then marking out the shape I want to achieve. Using the knife, I'm cutting out the oval shape. To smoothen the edges, I'm using some water and a brush. Now I want to create edge for my oval shape. Using my hands, I'm rolling out long and thin piece of clay. Then I'm putting in a round oval shape and cutting off the spare clay. To attach the long shape, I am applying some water around the edges of my oval part. Press it slightly and smoothen with brush and water. Then I'm creating other parts for my dish. Then again, using water, I'm going to attach them to my dish, creating vase. After the dish is fully dry, I sand the edges a little bit down. Even if the clay is white, I still wanted to paint it white. I applied few layers of white paint and then protected with the Mod Podge. So I'm going to use it in my bedroom as a jewelry display. It's kind of funny thing and unique. So for my last project, I had to only create 3 separate pieces. At first, I'm making circle shape. To connect 2 ends together, slightly press them together and use some water with the brush. So I've created 2 circles in the same size. With the third piece, I created the letter U shape. So one ring will go at the bottom and one ring at the top of the U letter shape piece. Later on, I'm going to glue all these pieces together. So before the clay is fully dry, I have to make sure that all of these parts matching together. Gently move it on the table and let it dry and position how you put it. Then make sure the ends are flat, so it will make easy to glue them to the circle. After it's fully dry, smoothen the edges out. Find the place where the both parts are fitting perfectly and then attach them to each other using hot glue. To secure it a little bit more, I'm adding extra glue on the bottom. For this project, I've decided to go with the tan color paint. After applying 2 layers of paint, my vase is ready. This time I wanted more like a matte color, so I didn't apply the Mod Podge. I hope you enjoyed this video and this project. I always love to work with clay. I even recently made wall decoration using the clay. So if you haven't seen that yet, feel free to go and check it out. I'm really happy how these items turned out. Maybe next time I'm gonna to use like a baking clay, which I haven't worked with yet. Because the only problem with the air dry clay is that it might take ages to dry. I was waiting over 2 days for mine to fully dry, only because it's really rainy and humid outside at the moment. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel for more DIY projects and click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Thank you for now, and I will see you next time.